Welcome to the next update on my voxel engine. So what I've done since the last update is I did one very big optimization, and I also fixed the world generation so it's not as nearly as noisy. So I guess we should just go ahead and jump right in. Now, remember it took like 30 minutes to load in the last update? Look how fast it is now. And gotta wait for it to load up the rest of these chunks real quick, but you see how fast it's going. And it's loaded. I did have to remove grass on the top for the time being, because it's trying to access stuff out of the range, and I just need to tweak it on how it gets the chunk values, or block values, voxel values, whatever. But it does work. As you can see, it loads way faster. It no longer takes half an eternity, and I can even optimize that more, because it's still doing. I didn't really cut down on the amount of comparisons, but I'm going to tell you what I did do. First, let me demonstrate how fast it is now. Almost no perceptible delay. It's there a little bit, but it's almost impossible to crash it by spamming the thing. And I still am going to add the voxel queue though, and it'll just flush the queue every time you go to update it. Anyway, yeah, we can still have the grass, although it's not automatically generated in. So what it is, I changed up the noise generation. What it does now is, instead of generating a 0 to 1 kind of bias from top to bottom and top, what it does now is it basically, you take a gradient that goes from, I'm also doing it on a scale of every 128 blocks is 1 in the scale of the terrain. So at the bottom, it's a gradient starting at 0, going up to 1 at the top, and then it applies turbulence to that gradient, and then just uses a threshold, which I think in libnoise I use a selector in order to output the correct values. Anyway, but there we have it. So let me go over what the optimization was that I actually did. What I did is I stopped using a hashed container to store voxel data in, because apparently that's what was slowing it down like 90%. And I can make it even faster because I only partially optimized it. The chunks themselves are still using a hashed container. I'm going to change to use a one-dimensional vector. But now the voxels are stored in a one-dimensional vector, which you access using an index. Well, you use the X, Y, and Z to create an index, which you go through. And another thing I did is I hard-coded in the 16 by 16 chunk size. Possibly in the future, what I might do is make it so you can define it at compile time, but I'm probably just going to leave it at 16 by 16 since I doubt I'm ever going to need to change that. The only reason I'd want to increase it is if I were going to use this for something other than a actual game, like a game where you have you don't destroy or create any voxels. But I mean, I don't see a voxel game ever not creating and destroying voxels. I mean, you're gonna have explosions and stuff like that. So anyway, that's pretty much all there is. This is a fairly short update. I still need to get my non-ghetto cursor, and so it'll probably be quite a while until the next update, because I'm in the middle of refactoring basically the whole code base to use a real scene graph as opposed to kind of drawing stuff ad hoc, because that's what I've been doing. Like, it'd be incredibly difficult to draw anything other than voxels in a crosshair at the moment, because I have it just set up to where I'm just using draw calls inserted in code everywhere. Anyway, hope you enjoy it, and subscribe if you want to see the next update whenever it comes out.